Today I'm doing an oil change on our 2012 Volkswagen Touareg TDI diesel. Got a couple things to lay on, some disposable rags, 10mm for the bolts that hold the underbody cladding on, little flashlight, drain pan, funnel, Mobile 1 030, a Wix 57 161, oil filter. A little more about this Mobile 1. This is what Volkswagen recommends for this car. I picked this up at my local Walmart. Basically the Volkswagen 504, 507. Looking for the 507 on this one. Holds roughly 8.5, 9 quarts of oil, so I need 2 of those. Alright, first step. Not too bad looking under here. Remove the engine cover. Grab it by the front corner here on the left. Pop it up. Grab by the right front corner as well, kind of rock it a little bit. Should pop right off of there. There you go. The oil filter itself is located inside here under this cap. Volkswagen, in their infinite engineering wisdom, located it near a lot of things you don't want to break, cut, get dirty. Yeah. The oil filter cap takes a 32mm socket to open, which I only have at an impact. Right on there. Before I start draining the oil, I usually just like to loosen the oil filter cap and the oil filler cap. That oil filter cap should not be on terribly tight. I shouldn't take a whole lot of effort to remove it. If it does, it was put on too tight last time. You can hear when the pressure releases. Let it breathe a little while I'm emptying the oil from underneath. Now I'm small enough to fit under this thing and do the oil change without raising it up. Yeah, this edge here usually has a little front lip, little tiny thing, maybe about an inch and a half sticks down. I removed that on an off-road adventure, so I don't have that anymore. There was additionally some other little clips that held 10mm bolts. Those are gone as well. I have less than the usual amount of bolts. So there's several bolts along the front edge here. As I said, I don't have all of them, but that's where they would be. There's a couple more back here. Up in this area. There. There as well. And there's a bolt at each end, sort of up recessed more toward the wheel well, on the far left and right hand side of the front. Alright, the front piece is down. Get that second piece off of there now. Alright, going under the driver's side. 2 bolts at the back right there. The bolt there. And bolt over here as well. That'll take down that last section. got the back one down. This part of the underbody cladding has almost like a, I don't know, like a pad on it. I had taken this Touareg to get an oil change once. At a Valvoline, they did not tighten the oil drain plug, and it leaked in here, and I didn't know it for a while because all the oil got absorbed, and it's still pretty oily. I've tried to clean it in the past. Dawn hot water scrubbed it, but man, it's just soaked. So now I do my own oil changes. All right, so all of that stuff is off and out of the way. The oil drain plug is right up behind here. Right up behind here. There it is. Alright, so again, that is the oil drain plug. It is a 19 millimeter. Located almost directly over that, so we'll challenge not to get too much oil on the little cross member there. 16-quart drain pan. Got a little in there. Yeah, there's a little bit in there, but it should hold what's in here. I'm going to try my best to show the removal of the drain plug here. That's why we have the color board. There we go. All right. Get that drain plug cleaned up. Drain plugs I usually switch out every other oil change. My local Napa had this one in stock. Worked perfectly. That's a little dirty. Still got a little bit of a drip out of there. We'll clean that up. Get the drain plug back in there. Alright, so I got that cleaned up. I have the pan bolt just in there finger tight right now. I know that there's a torque spec for it, but my torque wrench does not fit there. So usually what I'll do is just slowly add some oil from the top, come back down here, check and see if it's leaking at all. Alright, back up top. the oil filter housing loose already. Get that out of here without getting too many other things dirty. It's a pretty stupid design. The oil filter cartridge is attached to the bottom. I'll take that off in a moment. Set that back on there for a moment. I usually just grab a bag, throw the old filter in it. There's an O-ring on here that should be replaced every time you do an oil change. You'll see in there is where the filter connects and mounts, and was kind of hanging from before. This time, though, I'm not going to be replacing the O-ring because I didn't get a new one. So I'm rolling with the old O-ring on this one, which I don't like to do, but I'll wipe it down, clean it up as best I can. All right, there we go. That O-ring looks new, doesn't it? It's fine, right? Okay. Should pretty much drop back in there. Kind of see on there, as you tighten it, you can see the threads disappearing. Don't want to over tighten this thing. Just tight enough, just until all the threads disappear. Why am I not using a ratchet? I just didn't go get the ratchet, that's all. Take the cap off next. And I will get my oil. Got my no miss funnel. I always start slowly, maybe get a quart or two in there, just to make sure it's not leaking out the bottom. This oil would have flowed better if I'd put it in with the filter off, but I forgot that. I already put the filter in it, already tightened it down, so we'll just take our time filling this up. I don't see any drips. It doesn't look like we are leaking any oil out of the drain plug, so I think we're safe to put the rest of the oil in. It's going to be between 8 or 9 quarts. I let the vehicle tell me when it has had enough oil. All right, first 5 quarts down. All right, looking good under here. No drips, no leaks. So usually I'll start with 8 quarts, and then I'll get into the Touareg, turn the ignition on, go through the reset of the oil life and the procedure that it has for measuring the oil capacity. All right. Turn this on, go to car, go to service, go to reset interval service, reset. Just about there on oil level. Could probably use another half quart, makes sense. All right. All right, so I started the Touareg up, checked and rechecked oil levels. We are perfect now. Put the engine cover back on. It mounts in 4 places. One here, little nub, one there. There's one back here, one up there as well. Once you get this one lined up and you get it around the oil filler cap, they're pretty much all lined up. You can just kind of give it a little smack there. And it's good to go. It's still not leaking under here, which is phenomenal. I'm going to start putting the underbody plastic pieces back on. Somehow, despite the cardboard and me being as careful as possible, I did get some oil on the floor. Figures. Alright. The underbody pieces back on. Everything went together okay. Installation is the opposite of removal. That's all for tonight.